You might not agree with this, but let's discuss why Lana Del Rey isn't coquette. If you don't recognize me, hi, I'm Alexis. I make fashion related content, vlogs, and other deep dive videos like this. That was a mouthful to say, but let's get into the video. Now, Lana Del Rey seems to be associated with the coquette aesthetic, even though that's not her personal style, or the aesthetic of the majority of her albums. To understand the point I'm making, let's discuss coquette and what that is. The dictionary definition of coquette is essentially a woman that flirts. And the coquette aesthetic itself is very feminine, very flirty. It's a pretty dainty aesthetic with lots of flowy dresses, lots of lace. When I said lace, I hissed like a snake. Let's ignore that. It includes a lot of lace and bows. And although we have seen Lana wear these things, such as a lace dress and bows in her hair, she's never really encapsulated, hopefully I'm using that word correctly, coquette aesthetic enough for it to be her branding. And why is she associated with it? I mentioned before that the coquette aesthetic is very feminine and flirty, and although Lana does sometimes wear that kind of stuff, her lyrics, her music, the sound of her voice is those things. And that carries throughout every album she has. So when you think of fans of Lana Del Rey, I mean, she has such a wide audience. Like, I love punk and hardcore music, but I also listen to her. The majority of her fans who listen to her in that style of music typically like the coquette aesthetic. When a large chunk of people is drawn to an artist and a specific aesthetic, it's really easy for it to reflect one another. Especially when her style of music works perfectly for like coquette aesthetic outfit videos. So even though Lana's typical style, I will say that like her album style and like her street style are like two different things. Even though the majority of her albums doesn't really have like a coquette aesthetic, her personality, her singing voice, her lyrics, those all fit into the coquette aesthetic. And I did do an aesthetic deep dive on all of her albums on my YouTube channel.